Okay, guys, on today's show, we'll talk about what is the difference between fundamentals and technicals when we're talking about investing. So, Super, would you like to start us off with what is fundamentals and what is technicals when
Yeah,
we're
absolutely.
talking about investing in stocks?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's great to be back on the show with you guys. So, fundamental analysis. Essentially, what you're looking at in fundamental analysis are the financial health and performance of a company. So you're looking at the full set of financial statements. That's the financial balance sheet, the income statement, the statement of cash flows, and to see the viability of a company. You're also looking at the growth potential of you know of the company by looking at trend analysis.
Palms, I know you and I, as Super, we're kind of into the technicals. And I know for me, technicals, I use it as an entrance and exit point to get into a trade. I use more of the fundamentals to kind of figure out which stocks I'm going to trade. So for me, the fundamentals would be I need to pick a stock. I want to get in a stock. Let me look at the fundamental analysis, the cash flow statement, balance sheet, and income statement, as well as do a moat analysis to see what competitive advantage that company has, and other factors like, that may come along with catalysts, and things of that nature to say, okay, I'm going to get into this stock. And then I will go to the technicals. One of our favorites is the Bollinger Band.
Hmm.
I see you smiling back there, Palms.
That's right.
The Bollinger Band, we'll use the technicals. We'll look at the chart, 200-day moving average, making sure the stock stays above the 200-day moving average, which shows a long-term trajectory trend that the stock is going up. Look at the Bollinger Band, first, second deviation, the mean to see what's a good entry and exit point. So that's kind of how I use the technicals. Pons, would you like to add to that? Because you've been silently, in the background there waiting.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's good to see y'all again. Thank you so much for coming back to the show. We've got some wonderful content. But let me say this really, really quick. For those of you who've been following the platform, it was Sleepy who gave me and taught me about the Bollinger Band.
Who? Me? What?
I am unequivocally entrenched, and he knows since I've had it, just how important it is when you're doing these entry points, which are critical um, to getting into the stock, exiting the stock, and then being able to see is it trending downward? Is the stock headed back down to the 20-day moving average? Is it above the 20-day moving average? What's the volatility? And all of these things I had absolutely no idea until he gave me this information. And so I encourage each of you today to just go to and I'm giving barchart.com some good credit
Barchart
because
is my go-to
Bar chart is
place.
very good.
Yes.
I use bar chart a lot too.
Yeah, barchart.com. Go ahead, Pons. I'm sorry.
So Sleepy gave this to me. I want to give it to y'all for free as he gave it to me. Barchart.com, and you can go there and you can begin to open up the charts. And Sleepy can go into this even more so than I can. There's just a lot of stuff that you can do with this. You can save it. You can put your stocks in and all of this, create your portfolio back there. It will be an asset to you. I promise you.
Yeah. Maybe, in a future episode, we'll just do a dive into barchart.com, how we use it, and the Bollinger Bands. And, I was just talking about this, second deviation stuff, first, second deviation. Really, I should just say second deviation high and second deviation low. with the mean being the 20-day. But that sounds like a bunch of gibberish. But if we were to show you on bar chart, you would clearly be able to see, from a Bollinger Band perspective, it's easy to predict when to get in a trade and out of a trade. I will say, using technicals, that you should also have a second indicator. So, the Bollinger Band is just one indicator. It's not always perfect. So some would use stochastics or RSI as a second confirmation to say, let's get in a trade. But that goes along with what you were saying earlier, Super, and what I was saying. And that is, technicals is for to get in the trade. This tells you when to get in the trade. It could tell you when to get out of a trade for short-term trading, especially when to get out.
Well,
But the
technical,
fundamentals is more picking the right stop to trade in the first place. But go ahead.
Well, technicals is future looking, whereas the fundamentals will tell you the health of the company. And as you were saying, Sleepy, what stocks to pick in case maybe your technical analysis may fail you in the short term. And maybe you might not do the best trade that you could have done. However, you will still feel comfortable holding on to that stock based on the fundamentals, such as Apple has a strong cash position, very little debt, and it's got a great product or
and great leadership as well.
And great leadership. Management's very, very important.
And let's not forget about the moat. And people may not know what this moat means, but moat means competitive advantage. So for you to leave Apple, you have to disconnect from FaceTime, iMessage, your connectivity between your iPhone, your iMac, your Apple TV, and all of that. So, they just have a competitive, it's a pain to leave the platform moat.
Yes. Well, what they've done, Apple has done, is created an ecosystem of all these various products and services that you described, Sleepy.
Exactly.
And they keep adding more to that that ecosystem.
Yep.
So they're going to, Apple's going to start investing in self-driving cars, AI, maybe even getting into cryptocurrency of some degree.
Yeah, we heard that on the latest news. I'm waiting for that one. But yeah, Palms, we're gonna wrap it up. I mean, I think we've kind of made the point, technicals and fundamentals. Anything to add before we wrap it up?
Yeah, I want to add, the importance of really strategically taking note of the importance of the technical analysis and the fundamental analysis for those of us who may be getting stock recommendations for a friend or a family member or even a colleague.
Yeah, good.
This is critical that you learn this aspect. And when Sleepy brought it to my attention, I was overwhelmed with joy, man, just knowing that I could actually have a good entry point, not based off of rumor, but based off of technical and fundamental analysis. I encourage each of you to go to barchart.com, get this, utilize it for your strategy.
Good way, good deal. Good way to, yeah, good deal. So, hey, if you like what you heard today, obviously we provide this show and content and update every Sunday regularly. So if you like what you heard, please subscribe, like if you would want to hear more of this stuff, provide us feedback. And as always, we call this show Bet Out of Debt. We call it Bet Out of Debt because when you make a trade, it's called a bet. And hopefully that trade goes in a winning way where we keep you out of debt. So as always, keep investing and we will see you next time.